Hello, good day and welcome. Today we're going to be dealing with Bece 2018 Basic Science Past Question, question 37. Bece 2018 Basic Science Past Question, question 37. The partial complete lack of pigmentation in the skin of a child cause dash. The partial complete lack of pigmentation in the skin of a child cause dash. A. Partial dominance. B. Genetic disorder. C. Variation. And D. Albinism. I'll go over the options again. A says partial dominance, B says genetic disorder, C says variation, and D says albinism. Now the question says the partial complete lack of pigmentation in the skin of a child cause dash. Now the keywords here are the partial complete lack of pigmentation of the skin. Like we know, the skin has what? Pigmentations. That it has pigment that gives the skin its color. And in man, this pigment is what we call the melanin. These pigments that give us our color in the skin of man is known as melanin. Now the question says that the partial complete lack of pigmentation in the skin, that is the partial complete lack of this melanin on the skin of a child, will cause dash. A here says partial dominance. A says partial dominance. And like we know, partial dominance here is what simply refers to what? Incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance. That's what partial dominance simply refers to. Incomplete dominance. That is, there is a what? There is a blend in the traits. There's a blend in the traits. Now what does this mean? Take for instance, now you have a tall tree and a short tree. Or yes, a tall tree and a short tree now, and you crossbreed these two together. Now let's say, take for instance, this tall tree is actually dominant, but in case of partial dominance or incomplete dominance, what do you have? You have a tree that is neither tall nor short. That is what this partial dominance simply refers to. And partial dominance here doesn't account for this answer at all. Then B here says genetic disorder. And like we know, genetic disorder simply refers to as what? As disorder which as a result of a disorder that are linked. Disorders which are linked to what? To genetic materials. That is the gene. These disorders are linked to genetic materials. Like for instance, if there's a problem in gene coding, that is, if there's a problem in the coding of genes, you can have a genetic disorder. Or if there's a problem in the structure of these genes, genetic disorder can result. So C here says what? Variation. And like we know, variation simply refers to as what? The differences in organisms, or differences in living things, differences in organisms, in living things. That's what variation refers to. And this variation is as a result of what? Sexual reproduction. Variation is as a result of sexual reproduction. Now D here says albinism. Albinism here simply refers to what? The partial complete loss or lack of pigmentation of the skin. That's what this albinism refers to. And our question says the partial complete lack of pigmentation in the skin of a child causes dash. Like I told you, partial dominance just refers to what? Incomplete dominance. That is, there's a blend between these two traits, and it is not what? Caused by the lack of pigmentation. Likewise, the genetic disorder is not caused by the what? By lack of pigmentation. Genetic disorder is caused by what? Is caused by a disorder in what? The gene coding, or maybe when there's a problem in the structure of these genetic materials, such as the chromosomes. And then so it is not what's caused by what? Lack of pigmentation. Likewise, variation. I told that variation simply refers to differences in sexual in organisms, and as a result of sexual reproduction. So it is not also caused by lack of pigmentation. But albinism here, on the other hand, is what? Refers to the what? To the lack of pigmentation. Albinism refers to the lack of pigmentation. So our answer to this question is what? Is D, albinism. D is the answer. So the partial complete lack of pigmentation in the skin of a child causes what? Albinism. So D is our answer. Thank you very much and God bless you. Please ensure you subscribe to the channel for more videos.